Hi everybody, it's Az here from Hill vs Babyface, and we're going to take a little bit of a break from the PTR for patch 5.2 because I want to show you a game that I came across about a week or so ago called Path of Exile. Now, if you like the look of this game, it's actually in its open beta testing at the moment, so by all means go to the Path of Exile website, download it. Because it's in its final stages, there's no longer going to be any more character wipes, so if you start a character now, it will actually carry on through to when the game is officially launched, which is very nice indeed. Now, as you can see from the screen, it looks very much in the same sort of mode as your Baldur's Gate and your Diablo type games. And what happens is you go around, you complete your quests, you kill tons of monsters, and they drop nice bits of loot on the floor. There's always that progression going on. And I have to say, and I'm going to drop the bombshell now, it's a free-to-play game. And I was astounded at how polished it actually felt right now. The graphics are very nice for a free-to-play. They're not, 99 out of 100 type graphics, but they're certainly well up there. The frame rates are very good. I haven't experienced any lag. It is an open beta, and I have experienced a lot of disconnections, but I think a lot of that to do with the amounts of traffic coming onto the site. It seems to be very, very popular at the moment. Now, the way that the ability system seems to work is when items drop on the ground, they can be various things. They can be just normals, they can be rares, they can be magical items, and they will have slots. Into those slots you can place your gems. Those gems will determine what abilities you actually have and may have limitations on use. So if I wanted to cast a spell, like I'm doing now with the fireball, then I may have to have a set level of intelligence to be able to do so. Or I may be only able to use that spell if I'm using a certain weapon, like a wand or a scepter or staff or something like that. So there are some predetermined usages for the spells and abilities. But it's not too long before you find yourself leveling up. You just have an early stage here where nobody else can get involved. This is purely for you, and then once you get into the main town, you can start to either team up with other people or create characters with friends and then go around and explore the world itself. Once you do level up though, the customization involved in the leveling up tree is staggering. You start off, depending on what class you are, on a point of the tier table itself, and then look at the size of this thing. It's absolutely colossal. So you have to basically work out what pathway you'd like your character to go down. And I have to say, at the moment, wow, I'm absolutely staggered about where to go, what to do, and the different directions you can take your character. It's not all just set stats as well, like a magician works off intelligence, and an archer works off dexterity, and a marauder works off strength. You might have to actually combine certain abilities if you want to use various spells. So you might have to have X amount of intelligence and X amount of dexterity to use something. It's very intriguing the way it does that. And then once you start to use your abilities, on the right hand side of my screen you can see that blue gem starting to go up, because the more you use that spell, the more you become proficient with it, and then voila, you will actually level it up. You just click onto the screen and it automatically levels. That spell then becomes a wee bit more powerful, or may gain a little bit more utility depending on how strong you actually have gotten it. Enemies seem plentiful, and there's also lots of lovely little chests and other breakable objects which may contain some very nice gear. But again, it's not too long before you really start to see the ramp up in difficulty level. And if you do manage to find yourself an AoE ability, then I seriously recommend that you get it equipped and leveled up as soon as humanly possible, because you will find yourself in multiple situations where you're going to be either surrounded by enemies or backed into a corner, and then you have to use your brain on how to progress. Do you fight and dodge around and duck and weave and try and kill that little rare elite or those big group of mobs, or do you decide to use a little bit of caution, back away, get your health back up, get your mana levels back up, and then come back in a little later and tackle them there? But getting health back and getting mana back is quite intriguing too. You can carry 5 potions at any one time on your hotkey 1 to 5. I've chosen 2 health and 3 mana potions. My abilities tend to burn through mana, that's why I've decided to go for a few more. But your potions don't run out. They will actually use up charges, and then they will gradually start to build back up again. So if you blow them all, yes, you're going to have to manage to wait until they come back. So again, it's all about using them very cautiously and wisely. The selling system is also rather intriguing. There's no gold in this game. If you want to get rid of items, then the person that you're selling them to will actually break them down into different objects. And these different objects can offer you some very nice flexibility when it comes to your gear. Some of the objects that will break down will allow you to convert a normal piece of gear into a magical piece of gear, or a magical piece of gear into a rare piece of gear. It might actually change the stats on that gear, or wipe the stats on other pieces of gear. There seems to be a phenomenal amount of customization that you can do, and within the mere few days that I've been playing this game, I have absolutely 100% fallen in love with it. Again, the key features, free to play, and also the company that produced the game, called Grinding Gear Games, have stressed it's not going to be pay to win either. That's a philosophy they don't agree with. Anything that you purchase to do with in-game will either be aesthetic or just utility, like extra inventory slots. It won't be boosts in gear or stats or anything that would make your character that wee bit better than anyone else's. So download it and get it played. And I hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. Take care everybody. Bye bye.